Hello everyone and welcome to AceOSCE's video for the day. I'm Alicia and I'm here today to give you a little bit of an overview about how to go in for your evaluating exam on the day of the exam, what to expect on that date, how to be most prepared, what things you want to take and how long you want to give yourself before the exam per se, what the screen looks like when you are giving your exam, and a few FAQs that I read through and I want to share with you guys. Now, the first thing I want to address is that a few days ago, I did post a little picture that said that 50 questions out of the 200 questions in the EE are not scored. Only 150 of them are scored, and we do not know which 50 are not scored. So we do want to give our best on all the 200 questions. When I was reading that, I saw that in the PEBC FAQ section, which is actually very informative. So I'd recommend everybody to go through PEBC.ca website and go through the FAQs. I wanted to give you a snippet of what I saw, and I wanted to just clarify a little bit more on that. So this is what I saw on the PEBC FAQ website. It said that the number of questions will be the same. Each version of the exam has 150 scored questions and 50 unscored questions, with a total number of 200 questions. So this FAQ was grouped in the EE section, as much as I know, in the PEBC FAQs for the evaluation exam. But when I was going through most other questions, most of the questions before this were addressed about the MCQ, not the evaluating exam. So I'm a little confused right now as to which part of the PEBC exams this information relates to. Is it the MCQ or the evaluating? So I will be trying to email PEBC. Sometimes they do reply, sometimes they don't. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll try to email them to make sure if this is about the MCQ or the EE. If I do get a response from them, I'll post that and I'll try to keep you guys informed. I just wanted to be accountable for what I wrote, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a highlight. So at least this is true for the MCQ, because most of the questions before this were answered about the MCQ. So this is something that you now know about the MCQ for sure. As I said, I will try to get back to you after confirming with PEBC if this holds true for the evaluating exam as well. As per the information about how long the exam is, it is usually 4.25 hours in length, the evaluating exam. You do want to arrive at your test center about 30 minutes before the exam time. To arrive, show your ID, confirm your individuality, complete the admission process. So make sure you have enough time to get there. In the 4.25 hours that the exam will be there will be a brief introduction or orientation to the computer-based testing. The exam period will follow, which is going to be the exams per se, and then there'll be a short post-exam survey. As per my memory, we did not have that in 2016 when we were giving the paper-based evaluating exam. That was 2 days in length, and this is 1 day in length now, and it's computer-based. And I think that will go through any technical difficulties you got or any difficulties in answering the questions. Now, when you do go in, it is a closed book exam, so you won't have any access to any information. You will, however, have an online calculator and a formula sheet. So any formula that you need to use in a particular calculation, you can use from those formula sheets. Mostly, I think they'll also have some sort of conversions, so in SI units conversions and stuff, but try to keep the more common ones in your head, like pounds to kilograms or centimeters to meters, things like that. You will also be given a dry erase board and markers to make notes or do rough work on. No watches or timepieces will be permitted. There will be a little clock on the computer-based exam testing platform, so you'll be able to see how much time you have left or how much time has elapsed. So that ways you'll know where to stand in your exam and maybe go forward, stop a little bit on a question if you'd like to. Now, you also want to know about this. So PEBC ensures that the exam is comparable to another candidate's exam is an appropriate measure of my competence. So this is something I saw in the FAQ section in the PEBC, and I found this very informative. So now the MCQ part, which is a part of the qualifying exam, some of you are preparing for this right now who are associated with me. Some of you are preparing for the evaluating exam and will be given the MCQ shortly, so it's a good thing to know. The MCQ exams are not going to be standardized throughout. So what that means is that your question paper is probably not going to be the same as your friend's question paper, even if you're giving the same MCQ exam in the same sitting. So if you ask her a question from your paper, she may not even have that question. Some questions may be harder than others, some may be easier. Now, they all will touch all the 9 competencies that are tested in the MCQ. So both of you will be tested, or all of you will be tested on all the 9 competencies equally. But if you find that your question paper was harder, most of the questions that are harder will be marked more, and ones that are easier will have lower marks associated to them. That is how they're going to be equating all the questions, so it is fair for everybody. So unlike the ones that I gave when I gave them about 3-4 years ago, the questions were the same question paper was given to everybody across Canada. And this time it is not going to be this way. It is online and it is computer based, so there'll be random questions that are going to be generated. So I wanted to share this with you guys because you will be giving the MCQ shortly, and you should be aware of this as well. This was something important that I came across. Now, I did want to show you what the screen in the evaluating exam looks like. This you will be able to see in the demo tutorial section in the evaluating exam section of the PEBC website. So do definitely check this out. Once you know what the screen looks like, it'll be very easy for you to maneuver during your exam. So make sure that you know what this platform is and how easy it is to maneuver, and how you can go forward, back, how you can flag a question if you don't want to spend too much time on a question, how you can see which questions you have answered, how you can see the ones you have not answered. And if you guys have any questions regarding this demo or any questions regarding this platform, you can reach out to me as you guys do, and I can try to have a look and maybe answer your questions as well. So on the top, you'll be able to see your name, that's the candidate's name. You will be able to see the time that is either left or has elapsed, so you will have a little idea of the time that you have for giving the exam. You will have the buttons, so you'll be able to see which question you're on as well. Now, this is another FAQ that I saw and I wanted to bring to your attention. In terms of the evaluating exam, I know that you have, I think, 5 years between the document evaluation and the evaluating exam. You have to complete your evaluating exam or evaluation exam within 5 years of completing your document evaluation. However, there is actually no deadline between the evaluating exam and the qualifying exam. So for whatever reason, if you're either not in the country or you're not prepared to give the qualifying exams right after passing your evaluating exam, there is no rush. You can take your time for preparing for the qualifying exam, and then you can appear for it. The only catch here is that both the parts of the qualifying exam, which are the MCQ and the OSCE, must be completed within 3 years of each other. So say for example, you completed your MCQ and you want to give your OSCE 5 years after the MCQ, you'll have to redo the MCQ because it has been more than 3 years since your MCQ has been passed. If you have any questions regarding this video or any other posts that I've posted, any questions you have regarding any topics that you are not doing very well in your evaluating exam preparation, feel free to reach out to me. If there's any topics that you want me to make further videos on, let me know as well. I'm trying to put together a little package for evaluating exam, just like an introductory package where you have a few questions so you know what the sort of questions can be in the exam. And I'll probably just share that with you once those are ready. They are based on my practice itself, so those are things that I encounter in my pharmacy. And hope to see you in the next video.